Hey, Dr. Tom Preston, Full Circle Coaching and Consulting. In this video, I'm going to teach you the 3 important keys to getting people to your progress reports. If you're someone that's enjoying these videos, we sure would love for you to just hit the subscribe button below and get actually notified every time you get one of these videos released, because it'll help you to be more so you can do more and have more, which is our entire mantra here at Full Circle. So there are 3 very important keys to getting people to progress reports. Now, why do you want to do progress reports, docs? Well, it's about following through on the commitment you made at the care plan, at the report, to finish that chunk of care, reading that chapter in the book. And by the way, that's one of my favorite mindset pieces I did with practice members for all of my years in practice, is to let them know that we're going to write this book together, we're going to read this book together, and it's got a series of chapters. And just like in a book, you read a chapter, you kind of take a break, we're going to do the same thing with our care plan. We're going to lay out a series of series of adjustments, and then at the end of that, we're going to do a progress report. We're going to stop everything, and we're going to say, where were we, where are we, and where are we going? What's working, what's not, what do we need to modify, what do we need to add, subtract, or divide in order to ensure that we can get the best results possible in the most efficient manner possible. So progress reports are not only regulatory in most jurisdictions that I work with people in. You gotta do them, docs. It's part of your regulatory councils in most jurisdictions. But at the very least, it's just a phenomenally good business practice and a good moral practice, because you're not agreeing to see these people for life. You're agreeing to see people for that chunk of care that you have agreed to do. Now, some people agree for longer chunks of care, but it's still broken up into chapters. So I want you to get your heads wrapped around that. But let's go through the 3 things that you must do in order to get people to your progress reports, okay? Number 1 is you must pre-frame it, all right? What that means is that at the report of findings, you're going to be telling them how incredibly important it is to get to the progress review, how exciting it is, how you're going to redo all of your testing, in our office neurological testing, to ensure that the changes that we felt like we could see, that we prognosticated, actually occurred. If you don't pre-frame it, you don't tell them that it's happening, there's a very little chance that they're going to see the value of it. You're going to bring it up and they're going to go, what the hell's a progress review? And you basically shot yourself in the foot before you even began. Number 2 is that you want to make it important. Okay, and I can tell you that some of the language I used in my practice for all these years were, say you're at, say, the 3rd visit or the 6th visit or the 10th visit or whatever your frequency was, and I would say, oh, Mrs. Jones, we're only 7 visits away from your progress report. I can't wait to see that progress report. I can't wait to see the changes. I can't wait to see the changes in your neurology that we're going to be able to quantify more accurately when we redo all of our testing, not just the bit of testing we do day to day, to ensure that we're moving in the direction that we're moving it. Now again, as I said, Mrs. Smith, this is just one chapter on this incredible book we're reading called Your Optimal Health Potential. So I'm really excited about that. It's coming. It's in 7 visits. And then a few visits later, Mrs. Jones, I'm really excited about your progress report. It's coming up. It's on April the 17th, right? Yeah, April 17th. Great. That's only in like another about 2.5 weeks. Excited to see you with that. Right? Just pre-frame it, as I said earlier, but then you want to remind them. You want to remind them, and you want to show them the incredible importance of what it is. Okay? Now, the 3rd part is you want to make sure that your front desk is also doing these things. You want to make sure that your admin staff, exam docs, or whoever else is working in your clinic are also using the same kind of language and letting them know that, hey, Mrs. Jones, you're only 4 visits away from your progress report. I can tell you, Mrs. Jones, that, Mr. Smith, he was in and he got his progress report. He was so excited to see the results. There's a time to sit down with a doctor and do a comparatives of where you were and where you are and where you're going, right? It's an incredibly important thing, Mrs. Jones, and I'm excited to see you there on April the 17th. So, 3 really important steps to follow through on. I kind of almost made it 4, but let's go through them again. You want to pre-frame it at the report, let them know it's coming. You want to tell them how important it is and let them know that it's an opportunity to just, again, use the language of reading another chapter in the book, and it's incredibly important that we can stop the wheels of motion, review everything that's going on, and decide what to do next. 3 is where you want to remind them, and you can remind them on a regular basis as they're coming in for their adjustments. And I guess kind of 4, I kind of gave you a bonus here, gang, is where you make sure that your admin staff and other people in the office are also doing the same thing. I can tell you from experience and over 30 years in the profession, 25 years as a professional coach consultant, I can't remember ever having somebody miss a progress report, because we used this simple actually 4-step formula to ensure that people got there. So build this into your practice, watch your results go up, watch your retention go up, watch your fulfillment and prosperity go up, and watch the joy in your practice members' faces as they do that. Dr. Tom signing off, helping you be more so you can do more and have more of what's authentically yours in your desire.